It's not my grinder that's gonna waste my tooth. This is a tough one. It's my poor cutting decisions that's gonna waste this tooth. It right there. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. Let's go cut a cookie off of this piece of oak over here.
That could have cut that tree down.
Oh, it could for sure. Easily. So let's see how this works. I'm just going to take a cookie off of this oak stump. Let's see what happens. That's going to be maxing out this saw, everybody. 18 inches. I mean, that's it right there. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh. That's an absolute animal. Son, isn't that impressive?
Dad.
Yeah.
That's its own video by itself.
Is it?
Yeah.
This was 100% unplanned. But I just have to do this, guys, because that saw is incredibly useful now. Let's just warm this up on this pine stump here. You're going to see what I'm talking about. And then we're going to come over to this. This is insane. I just got my mind blown. Huh?
It's so quiet.
All right. Homeowner saw. Let's go what?
Let's go sharpen that bar.
What do you mean sharpen it?
It's so dull.
This isn't dull.
It feels dull.
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to show you. Guys.
It's so slow, it looks like it's dull.
Guys.
Yeah.
Even my son was thinking this chain was dull. He was thinking this was the problem. I did sharpen it right before my cuts, by the way. So, guys, look at these chips. Guys, both saws are cutting. That's a big chip, guys, for this little tiny chainsaw. Guys, that's mind-blowing. That's mind-boggling. We're gonna hit this this oak stump up now. This is gonna be brutally painful. This is ridiculous.
5 minutes later.
All right, so we just cut with that. I have a feeling that saw might be faster through that than this one was through this. I can't believe that. Hit the rock. Dang it. I was gonna show you how sharp this was, but I just hit the stinking rock right here. Gosh dang it. I hate that when I do that. At least it wasn't that chain.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't that chain. I wanted to take this into this piece of pine to show you, because look at this. This is dust, right? This looks more like dust. There's some chips in there, but guys, look at, I just, with the same saw, I cut this pine. Look at the difference in the chips. We've got pine, better chips here, and it was cutting good. And you saw me cut in the other oak with the same chain. It was awesome. It was cutting just fine. And now I go and do that nonsense. But anyway, here we go. This is the oak. For those that don't understand that different types of woods, I'm not going to say it's the hardness. I'm going to say it's just different kinds of woods. Some woods don't throw the same chips. And it's not because it's not sharp.
Cool.
So that way I don't leave myself with a project. I'm just going to go ahead and nip this in the bud right now. If you take a look at this chain. This is chipped. Can you all see that? Someone, when I make videos with these grinders, people are like, you're wasting chain, you're wasting chain. Guys, I have got to take this back to like here. I've got to take it back to here because this chip has to leave. I wrecked that tooth. It's not my grinder that's going to waste my tooth. It's my poor cutting decisions that's going to waste this tooth. That's like literally 30 to 40% of this tooth. But guys, I'm thankful I'm not going to have to file. Let's take a look, okay? Let's go ahead and... Are you trying to get to focus?
I'm trying to get it to focus, kind of.
Okay, I could file this by hand, of course. But guys... All right, there we go. Let's see how this looks. That was very, very fast. Let's take a look. That burr's on there pretty good. I may have tried to go too deep into my gullet. I'm going to real quickly just kind of lightly file on this a little bit more. All right, so there we go. We're going to go see if this will cut again nicely. So we're done. Let's go put it in some wood and see what happens. Let's get some oil to it. All right, so we know we got some oil. This time I'm gonna try to clear my rocks out. All right, let's see how this cuts. Look at these chips. Do you see them? Come here. Get close. You guys just followed me from filing with that thing. So I'm going to finish cutting this and then I'll put it in here a little bit more. Stay close, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. Now, I want you to see the difference here. I'm gonna cut a little bit on this oak, dump out a whole bunch of real dusty wood, and then we're gonna do a small cut here and you're gonna see the difference. Okay, come and look at this. So I just made this cut. This is fresh chips off of there. You can see, yes, it's a finer cut, right? It's finer. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get it side by side. Okay, come here and take a look. So see the difference? Those chips versus those. So let me put a little bit in my hand. Those versus those. Oak chips versus pine. Okay, pine, oak. Guys, that's freshly sharpened chain. Don't tell me that this looks like this because the chain is dull. Guys, listen. I know that this is not as sharp as your square ground chain, or you are like a pro round filer. I get it. You guys probably can sharpen better than I do, but this is the deal. When you are talking on other channels and you see that their saws are cutting, they're not burning up their saws, they know what they're doing, and they're throwing a little bit more of a dust, guys, it's because it might be the wood. It's different wood. So, yeah, I mean, there's chips in there. This is more dusty. That's all it's to it. Anyway, interesting, guys. One more cut. All right, that's it. Look at those chips right there, guys. Look at those chips. Okay, it's cutting fine. It's cutting fine. I had a little bit more wood I could lean on. So this is an introduction. I'm gonna cut these logs to length for milling. Okay, so if you don't know me, I know this hasn't been shown on the channel, but I moved all of my logs by myself without equipment, just pulling them onto my trailer with a winch. And I milled literally, I wouldn't doubt it if it's 150 logs like this that I moved over time in my 12-foot single axle trailer. I'm going to show you the way I do this. Guys, I'm not a professional. I just am a hobbyist with a bandsaw mill that I haven't run in some time. I'm working towards getting that done. But see these trees here? I cut these down. And what's important here is I know out of these particularly, I'm wanting 6x6s. I want 6x6s. But if you look, this is a pretty good log, but it's got a little bit of a crook right around in here, I think. Does that look like where that crook is? It's kind of like curved a little bit. It's kind of pronounced right here.
It's a little bit this way.
A little bit this way more, yeah. But it's in this section, right? Okay, so what I've done is, guys, I don't have a mill that I can mill real long logs with. 10 foot is maximum. I'm also probably likely going to mill this at one of two locations besides here because my mill's not up and running. I have two friends with two different sawmills, so it's probably going to get milled at one of those locations. This is a 10-foot section. I have this as an 8-foot section. The reason why this is how I do this, but I'm wanting to mill 6x6s out of these logs. 10 foot would be great. However, with every imperfection in the log this way, what happens is it becomes more and more difficult to get the lumber you want without the run out on the end. And what that means is, have you ever purchased lumber where you can see that there's obviously bark and the edge is not square? So right here, I'm cutting an 8-foot section out of here, because if I go 10 foot, it becomes exceedingly more difficult to get what you want from end to end. So I'm just putting bark here. This is 10 foot, 8 foot, and then I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna leave these on here because I'm kind of just laying out the log. And again, in a production environment, you're not gonna waste your time with this. They've got hundreds of logs sitting there, but this is what I do when I cut down 2, 3, 4, 5 trees, and I'm trying to get the most yield I can. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna stretch out another 10 footer here, because I think the log looks relatively straight down here. Yeah. So we got 10 foot. Okay, so I've got a 10 foot, an 8 foot, and a 10 foot. I'm gonna just kind of sight down this and make sure that it looks like I could get that. I think I can get that. I think I can make that happen. I'm gonna go through here and mark these. What an excellent saw, everybody. This CS310 that is not stock. Post a link to the videos on that. Just warming it up, but I'm marking so my bark doesn't come off. All right. This is an 8-foot log here. This thing's a beast. Did that not look good? This is a homeowner's saw. Gosh dang it, man. You know what? I've cut cookies and I've cut with this out in the field, but guys, I'm bucking my saw logs here. Gosh dang it, this cuts good enough. I could call this a legitimate firewood saw. This is a legitimate firewood saw. 18-inch bar? Okay, well, I'm getting, that's not what this video was about. But let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start sectioning out this one right here. This is a big log. I'm gonna kind of see the overall length on this.
But the video is gonna become that if you keep talking about it.
That's true, huh?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna kind of see the overall length to see how this can divide up, because I really don't know what I've got here, but I've definitely got a crook down there. Okay, I'm 20 foot. Okay, so I'm 20 and a half feet. Basically, I can get
Like 2 10-foot logs.
I'm gonna actually start from this end right here. I'm gonna start from this end. I'm gonna cut a 10 foot out of here. Okay. Are you learning, son? Mm-hmm. You kind of see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I don't need it perfect, everybody, so let's go ahead and just throw a piece of firewood on here. So we're gonna cut that around there. And I think if I cut that, I think I can get a piece of material out of this that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna buck this just right in half right here. Now, can you go stand down there and let's take a look?
It doesn't look like crooked to the side. Actually, it does.
It is. It's also bowed this way. Kind of go down low on it. Okay, so guys, do you see this? I'm gonna try this. I don't want to cut a 7-foot section out of it or something because 8 foot is right there. This is a tough one. It's got an arch. I might be able to get, I could probably likely get a 6x6 out of the middle of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we've got an arch this way. We got kind of a crook this way, but this is the deal. I'm just cutting it in here. I'm having this log. I've already got this other 8-footer. So I'm gonna have 6 logs that I can get. I believe I can get 6x6s out of it and maybe a little bit more material. Let's go ahead and get to bucking on this one. Oh, it's hard on your legs?
Oh, Dad, this one came off.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cracking. You might want to come and cut this off.
I will, yeah. Thank you. Got it.
What?
I think I got this bucked. Did you think I said a bad word?
No.
Cool. Let's cut this one in half too here, okay? Yeah, this will be a good piece of firewood.
Yep.
You know a saw is good when I didn't need to, but I wanted to cut again with it. So that's just a testimony there to how much I like it. Anyway, guys, enjoy. Okie Woodsman here. Thanks for watching. This will be a real quick video. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next one.